Frédéric Pierre is a French painter and printmaker best known for his emotionally charged works that explore sensuality, intimacy, and the human condition. Born in the south of France in the early 1950s, Pierre grew up surrounded by the soft light and colors of Provence, a region that would later inform his use of rich, saturated hues and expressive textures. From a young age, he was drawn to drawing and storytelling, often filling sketchbooks with impressions of people, dreams, and scenes from his environment. He began formal art education in his late teens, enrolling in the École des Beaux-Arts in Aix-en-Provence. There, he was trained in traditional techniques of drawing, painting, and etching, with a focus on classical composition and anatomy. But Pierre's imagination soon led him beyond academic formalism. Influenced by French poets like Jacques Prévert and visual artists such as Egon Schiele and Jean Dubuffet, he began to blend technical skill with raw emotional expression. For Pierre, painting was not simply a craft. It was a means of communicating something deeply personal and universal. After graduating, Pierre spent several years traveling throughout Europe, working with small theater companies as a set painter and designer. This period was formative. It exposed him to performance, costume, and improvisation, all of which would later influence the theatrical tone of some of his compositions. The physicality of working on large sets also affected his painting style. Bold brushwork, vibrant contrasts, and a sense of movement began to appear more prominently in his canvas work. By the late 1970s, Pierre had returned to studio painting and developed a unique artistic voice. His early solo exhibitions feature a series of oil paintings and etchings centered around the theme of the inner landscape, images where the emotional life of the subject was as visible as their external form. Figures were elongated, stylized, often placed in abstract or dreamlike settings. Many paintings included handwritten poetic phrases or lines of dialogue along the edges of the canvas, inviting the viewer to engage in a kind of intimate reading, as well as visual contemplation. Pierre's work is often described as sensual expressionism. His figures are frequently caught in moments of vulnerability or connection. Lovers in quiet embrace, solitary figures in reverie, or characters confronting their reflection. Color plays a central role in this psychological landscape. He favors deep reds, indigos, and ochres layered with glazes and expressive textures. His prints, particularly his etchings, are equally rich in narrative and emotion. These smaller works reveal his gift for detail and his mastery of line. In the 1980s and 90s, Pierre exhibited widely across France, Belgium, and the United Kingdom. His work was shown in both private galleries and regional museums, and he gained a modest but devoted following. He also taught etching and drawing at various art schools, mentoring a generation of younger artists in the poetic possibilities of image making. Though not a mainstream figure in the international art world, Frédéric Pierre has built a steady and deeply personal career. His paintings have been collected by individuals who are drawn to their emotional directness and lyrical tone. He has always resisted easy categorization, preferring to remain on the fringes of stylistic movements and trends. Now in his 70s, Pierre lives and works in a quiet village in southern France, continuing to paint, print, and write. His recent work has become more minimal in color, but even more focused in emotional intensity. Still exploring love, longing, and memory, he paints not to impress, but to connect with the viewer.